Aquarius, welcome back to One Without Boundaries. For those of you who are just arriving, my name is Michelle. This is my channel where I channel. Let me take it a step back. Aquarius, this is your September 15th through the 21st, week ahead, weekly tarot reading, forecast, prediction. Remember, it's also followed up by a Vimeo extended if you want to join me after this video. Always look above too. I've started adding cards that will pop up overhead if I feel like another zodiac sign, another reading pertains to you, if they're like connected to you somehow, I'll post it right above my head. Or if there's other information like from another YouTuber that, meditations or something, whatever information you need, it's going to be above your head, and I'll timestamp it in the description box. So please look for the timestamps, look for the Vimeo link. Let's get into the juiciness of the oracle reading for Aquarius. Aquarius. I just keep hearing that song in my mind. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Why? Because it frickin' is. Like, let's just face it. You will lead them. You will lead them. Maybe it means Oprah will run for president. Wishful thinking? I'm just saying. This is an oracle card reading. I'm checking for channeled messages, just feeling the energy around what's going on this week for you. Love, orbiting you. You know it. You feel it. They're a bit odd. Interesting. You're intrigued. So a lot of emotions. There's just a lot of emotions. And I don't necessarily think they've been extremely easy for you to process. They may not have been extremely bad. These can be very good emotions. Almost like there's going to be two extremes. So there's going to be either too good to be true, or so horrible, too horrible to deal with. Just feelings that are out of the ordinary for you. The level of whatever has inspired these emotions, this person is extremely important to you. And I think that that's really that newness this week coming in from last week. It's like the importance of somebody being that important in your life and how it's changing you. Wow, what a journey. I just feel you being very contemplative. I just feel like you, almost being in awe. In awe, that's a good word. In awe of this moment in your life. A moment that maybe you hadn't thought would come. This is maybe in your, you've been content living a specific way. And now there's this shift, there's this change where you're living with somebody else or in a very different way. More emotional? I think you're very good at this. I think you're better at it than you think you are. It's so interesting how you've dealt with it, because I feel like recently you've been served a lesson. Almost what could have been perceived as negative commentary on yourself, but that's not how you took it. Instead, you kind of ingested it and regurgitated it and made it something that you could use. Because the whole circumstance surrounding surrounding this moment in your life fascinates you. You know something good is coming. You know it's on the horizon. There's almost a level of absolute certainty, no doubt. Foresight. I would like to know what you guys are seeing, what you're picking up on. Spirit has your back. Capricorn got the same card, and yes, I shuffled, and yes, I channeled. But this is your foresight. This is your lofty perspective. Looking forward. It's like you finally found your future. Does that make sense? It's like there's a grandiosity to that future that was beyond what you... different than what you dreamed, but almost more spectacular. Not in a big way, not in a luxurious way, but in the level of how much it's intriguing you and fascinating you in your circumstance. This is foresight. This is looking out for your future, finding your future. This is a strong future. I heard the church bells ring. This is why I'm saying leadership. I am not kidding you when I say, Aquarius, and this has nothing to do with this reading, but look at the presidential candidates on either side. It doesn't matter. Look at the presidential candidates. Look at them for 2020. See who is running and see who is the Aquarius. And I'm not shitting you. They're going to be a front runner. For anybody who's asking, Donald Trump is a Gemini. He's an air sign too. But Aquarius has a much more, I care about the big picture. I care about more than other people. That like I'm looking at everybody from a distance, that objective perspective of that air sign. But at the same time, I'm looking at everybody. I'm incorporating what everybody needs, and I can see it from afar. I can see it even when other people can't see it. It's almost like, in a way, you found what needs you. You found purpose. And it's exciting you. It's almost just like fueled your fire, like put wind beneath your wings. You have found this sense of not superiority, but definitely superior perspective. Trying to translate it into words, but that's pretty good. The fact is, like, you don't really care, I don't want to say care about small things. Your focus is on the large goal. It's on the long-term goal. But it's almost like this other person that you're dealing with is very focused on the little things. And that almost has fascinated you, almost like a light shining or a diamond shining, for like a something sparkling from afar that's caught the eagle's eye. And I'm not necessarily sure you've swooped down on it yet, but you're definitely intrigued by it. I think that your caution, depending on your life history, will caution you to the point where you'd be like, I'm not just going to swoop in on this. But this is very intriguing, and I want to get a different perspective. Maybe you've even settled in a tree. We're keeping on this metaphor. Maybe you've even stopped swooping and you've sat on a tree so that you can get like a closer look, but that's so you're still safe. But I see you circling. It's almost, you're contemplating. I said that early on. You're contemplating this notion. I'm going to attach the Capricorn reading too, just so that you can see, because they got this as their leading card too. Though I have to say your energies were very different. because you do have a light energy this week. I was going to say in my head, maybe you have spotted something. If you have a Capricorn that's a friend or a family member, you've spotted something that's alerting them to the issues that they're dealing with. But I don't want to try to draw connections where there's not necessarily. So I'm just not going to try that hard. I'll let you watch the video and you be the judge of it. I just don't think that you're ready to nest yet. I'm sorry. It's bothering me. I apologize. You've definitely found where you want to nest. You've definitely found who you want to nest with. I just don't think that you're entirely ready to give the wind up yet. Not to say that you'll ever truly give the wind up. You won't. But this is a happy time for you. It's a light time. It's a time, that time in between status, that time in between titles, that time in between commitment. There you go. Be playful. This is you. This is your energy this week. It's that time where you can just really enjoy how fascinated something is making you. This week is a week of a decadence almost, where you are just having fun, almost this childlike energy of focused entirely on pleasure and enjoyment. It's like you need the lightness because there was so much heaviness last week that this is like counterbalance, and it's the answer to whatever was happening to you coming after the Pisces full moon. This is just your chance to be happy. And there's no risk of somebody getting in the way of it. I feel like you some of you particularly might be playing with a very specific person and already have them in your sights. But it's almost like you're enjoying the dance. You're enjoying that moment right before the first kiss. You just want to almost like freeze frame it and have the pleasure of the anticipation of what's coming. You know what's coming. And it doesn't even matter. You like that you know. It's just it hasn't been spoken out loud yet. It hasn't been officiated yet. And you are just so enjoying that moment that, oh my God, I can feel the fucking energy. It's that moment right before the first kiss where your heart has never beat that fast. Your pupils have never been as dilated. Your skin has never been so flush, and you're in that moment almost all week. The pleasure of what is to come, you're just languishing in it, enjoying it. You're bouncing around in it. Be wary of the lotus flower, of getting stuck here. You don't want to get stuck here. You don't want this to last more than this week. You do want to go forward. You do want to move on. You do want to, actually. You do. You want what's about to happen. There's a sincere pleasure in it. But it's almost like you're taking even extra pleasure this week in knowing that maybe not many people know. Maybe nobody knows. Maybe you're the only one that's privy to it. Collaboration. This has to do with something that you're working on. Maybe it is at work, something that you're strategizing on, something that you're putting together, a project that you're developing and about to debut, but it has to do with another person too. And it's not so much the project that's hidden, it's the person. It's that person who is growing more and more. Interesting. It's that person that's growing more and more special to you, developing. I feel like you already have realized each other. That's not the issue. I didn't decide to turn this into a love reading for Aquarius because that's over on Vimeo, but there is a shared love of what you do with whoever you're collaborating with. And it's definitely a new beginning because this is the one card. You're having so much fun now. It's like you're heavy in work, you're heavy in activity, but your load has been lightened. Really, really happy about what you're doing or who you're doing it with. That's half the fun, is the fact that you get to be with them all the time. Oh shit, maybe I said something I shouldn't have said. Like, I don't want to blow your cover. But there is coming this feeling of trust in the magic. This is new life. This is a new birth, a new project. Sagittarius had this as well. And you know what? Surrender now. I was looking at it. I was like, maybe I won't pick it out, but that's the Sagittarius card. I'm going to have to attach the Sagittarius above here too, the Sagittarius reading, because they were all about collaboration and pregnancy. And this is new birth. This is a baby that's being born. This is a new life cycle as well. This is also a purity of wisdom. This is almost like the wisdom that you had as a child. This would remind me of almost the Six of Cups, only it's not necessarily reminiscent or somebody from your past. Not that it couldn't be, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. What it is that feeling of being a kid again. 17. I freaking looked up and I saw it right there in front of me. That's divine counterparts. That's two counterparts coming together. So as much as I don't try to make this general reading a love reading, it's not allowing me to do anything else. It's definitely saying that you love what you do. You're seriously engaged in what you do, and what you do has stronger implications right now. This is a partnership that will go on for years and affect more than you. So it could be you actually stepping up for like public office or something, like looking at a new life in leadership. Or this could be you starting a family. You meeting somebody who you are starting a family with. And you now becoming that guide, that patriarch. This is a patriarch. This isn't matriarchal. This is patriarchal. This is a protector. This is an overseer. He's scanning the parameter. This is a dad energy. So this could very well be your collaboration is making babies. Or starting a family, or you found somebody that you're starting a family with, or it has to do literally with taking a leadership position, taking a leadership role. Whatever you're working on is so much fun. It's playful. It's happy. It's energized. You're really psyched about it. Trust in the magic. I just felt like the Disney sign go across my head. It's like that kind of, maybe this is I don't even think it is. I know I'm talking out loud to myself. I was like, maybe this is the, Piscean energy with fantasy, but no, this is actually like creating something fantastical. Maybe screenplay writing or television or like something, but it's tangible. In other words, it's not just fantasy. It's not just you thinking about it. It's tangible fantasy, like a drama, like a play, like a dance. You are really dancing with somebody. There's a lot of movement and motion and rhythm and timing, and you're in the right time, in the right space. This is the right moment. And it's also, see, 6-6. That's not a bad number. It's actually love, right? It's the Lover's card in the tarot is the 6 card. So this is 2 lovers coming together. Oh, I didn't want to out you guys. I didn't want to out you guys, but what do you want me to say? Like, this is the reading. It's in a very playful time right now, but it's about to level up. A lot of signs are leveling up. I'm just letting you know there's a level up. And for you, the level up is partnership. The level up is collaboration. The level up is finding somebody that's playful and has an energy that you can really cast into the future with. This could be at work. This could be a great new job, a great new opportunity in business or in there's something creative about it though. Different pieces, different parts to this creative endeavor. Or it could just be understanding and putting together a family. And eventually you'll have 3 kids. Well, this is kind of juicy. Let's see what's going on. I'm gonna clarify this with tarot in the extended. I'll meet you guys over there, or I'll see you guys next week.